Raider Nation, what's the deal, man? Once again, it's your guy Panama Fargo, back to y'all live with another episode of the Raider Rundown. Keep tapping on that like and subscribe button, man, and hit on the little notification bell for me, please, because you're not going to want to miss any of the content I got dropping, man. Real good shit lined up, man. And once again, I appreciate each and every one of you. I could not do this without y'all, man. So, topic of conversation today, bro. What we gonna talk about? Since the Raiders have had a visit or plan to visit with all of the top 5 quarterbacks that everybody's looking at in this NFL draft, I thought, hey, it's only right for me to get my rankings, where I feel like the Raiders are best suited with what prospect, you know what I mean, and my reasons for it, you know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, man, this is my list. Y'all let me know what y'all feel. And without further ado, man, let's get into it. So I'm going to start from 5 to 1, and let's work our way up. So at 5, I have Hendon Hooker from the University of Tennessee. Now, look, I like Hendon Hooker's game. He is coming off that ACL injury. I like the smoothness he plays with, the calmness he has within the pocket, man. His feet are always calm, collected, and he really kind of looks like some of his game is already refined, already polished to come in and play in the NFL, right? So my only thing is, maybe it's a naive statement, but my only thing is, how much more room does he have to grow within his game? It already looks like he has a lot of refinement in his game. How much more ceiling can he give you? And coming off the injury, how much athleticism does he have left in those legs? Because he was kind of athletic at the University of Tennessee. And that offense they was running is not really a pro-style offense, so how will his skill set translate to the league, right? Okay, that's my 5. At number 4, I have Will Levis from the University of Kentucky. Now, me personally, all right, I've already stated I have not been the biggest Will Levis fan. All right, I've watched his tape. I've watched everything. Hold on, give me a second. All right, we back. So, I watched his tape, right, and I wasn't really feeling what I was seeing as far as the pocket presence and decision making. Okay, those are the two things that stuck out to me, and there were glaring things on the tape in the film that he needs to work on as far as those two things. Now, what I give him credit for, his toughness, man. His toughness is crazy. We know that his arm strength is crazy. So, I mean, he can be worked on. Everything can be worked on. His mechanics can be worked on. But he seems like he's the most tight-wound quarterback in this NFL draft. And what I mean by that is his frame, the way he throws the ball, it just seems everything is so, I don't know the word for it, maybe physical. Everything is so goddamn hard, you know what I mean? So he's not really the smoothest of prospects, but at number 4, would I be mad if the Raiders took him as a developmental piece? No, I wouldn't. But, okay, from going to 4 to 3, I would much rather the third guy on my list, which is Anthony Richardson from Florida. Now, if we're going to take a guy to develop, and we're going to take a guy that we feel like is a project, this is the guy right here to bet the chips on. You know what I mean? I just feel like the difference between 3 and 4, difference between Richardson and Levis, I'm looking at the upside, the athletic tools that you can work with day one. And watching the film, anybody that has deep dove into Anthony Richardson's film, you can clearly see this man doesn't really have a problem with decision making. He doesn't have a problem navigating the pocket, and he has no problem looking through his reads and progressions, bro. Like, anybody that has deep dove into that, you can see that. What he needs to work on is the glaring need that everybody knows, the accuracy and his mechanics. He can get sped up at times, you know what I mean? Especially when the pocket's collapsing or he feels like he has to get out of there and make a throw. His mechanics and everything gets sped up, okay? Those right there, those two things, I feel like are easier to work on than decision making and poor pocket presence. You get what I'm saying? With the Levis. Though the things that Richardson needs to work on, I feel like with a year of refinement, maybe not even a year, it just however long it takes for him, right? With his refinement, you have the ability to grab a guy that honestly can be a top 5 talent if worked on correctly. You know what I mean? So that would be my third guy, my third choice. Now, going to number 2, from 2 to 1, these are a little more pro style ready, a little more ready to play year 1, right? Now, number 2, we got CJ Stroud from Ohio State. Easy, right? We all know. CJ Stroud for this offense right here is a plug and play. I've been saying it since I started this YouTube channel that if you were to get CJ Stroud, he is a perfect fit for this team. Okay, out of all the quarterbacks in this draft, fit-wise, CJ Stroud probably is a great fit for the Raiders. I know that Bryce Young is, but if you're looking at the measurables and all that other stuff, you know, then CJ Stroud would be the guy for the Raiders, right? He'd be the perfect guy to sit behind Garoppolo. Maybe not even need a year of refinement, but at the end of the day, bro, this guy's ready to play day one. His accuracy off the charts. You know what I mean? When he sets his feet and he's ready to put the ball in position, bro, he's going to put the ball in position. Now, the thing that gets him in trouble is when we saw the game against Georgia, everybody was amazed and they loved to look at his athletic game, but we have to be honest that it wasn't a consistent thing. You know what I mean? He wasn't consistently showing the flashy playmaking ability that he was against Georgia. And we have to be honest is that because against pressure, he's not really all that good. How good is accuracy if you're not good against the pressure? You know what I mean? So that's things that we have to look at, that we have to figure out if we can get out of that or we can coach out of that. You know what I mean? One of our old quarterback's problems was against the pressure, although he could be accurate at times, against the pressure, he wasn't really that good against the pressure. And we come to know that we need a guy that can make, get out the pocket, and make some things shake if the play breaks down. You know what I mean? And he's shown he has the ability to do that. He showed that against Georgia, but we have to see it consistently with CJ Stroud. Now, the number one prospect on my board, I'm sure everybody knows, it's easy to see, Bryce Young from Alabama. Now, I'm sure everybody's talking about the size, okay? The size is the glaring thing about this man. My thing is, he gives me, now, don't kill me for this, all right? But when I watch the game, he gives me Drew Brees vibes, bro. He gives me the Drew Brees. This guy is an immediate plug and play, just like CJ Stroud. The difference is, Bryce Young has ran a similar type scheme to what the Raiders are running with the Alabama Crimson Tide. So I feel like if you get Bryce Young, it's not going to be a lot of learning curve to learn this because he's pretty much kind of ran the same type of offense. Now, are we talking about the size of the problem? Yes. But we still have to keep in mind, he does not have to play year one. It's not a requirement, right? Now, he has the ability to play year one. He has the talent to play year one, no problem. But if you wanted probably half a season or a full season to sit there and say, all right, Bryce, you're going to get with the Raiders training staff. We're going to work on your physical body and we're going to work on everything so that when you're ready to play, you can withstand the pressure of the NFL. That's not a bad thing because we know he has the talent, right? We know that his talent is above none, right? We know that he has the ability to come in and play day one. But if you can get a year of cushioning to work on his body to be ready for the NFL with that talent, bro, sky's the limit with that guy. You know what I mean? And earlier in the season when I was making my videos, I didn't think Bryce Young was a possibility. Now looking at it, as we get closer to the draft, we have no idea what any of the top 10 teams want to do as far as quarterback, okay? We think we know what Carolina should do. We have no idea what Carolina wants to do. We have no idea what the Texans want to do or the Colts, right? So there are a lot of factors that go into it, but the fact that we have met with all five of these guys or plan to meet with all five of these guys should tell you the Raiders are in the market for a quarterback, man. So I hope y'all are messing with the list. To me, that I've watched, I've seen it all, and I feel like this is, you know, the list that I would go by as far as best fits for the Raiders. Y'all let me know, man, down below. Let's holler about it. Remember, keep tapping on the like and subscribe button. And, you know, I always keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground on the Raider Rundown.